Well, hello there, everyone. I just want to say welcome. We have a message today. It's Sunday. Today is April 6th, 2025. And energetically, that is a numeric 10 day, which means it's a day of new beginnings. So let's sit down and talk. Welcome to my abode. My humble abode. Something we need to talk about today. So let me go ahead and get started here. I have a few notes this time. And I also have a card that I'll be pulling. I don't know what it is, but I'll be pulling it from the African Goddess Rising deck. And we'll see what the card has to say for us energetically. It is an oracle card. So I've got the little book and we'll be ready for that. And I'll do that towards the end. Again, just want to say welcome and thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. I will be putting this up on my channel and I'm grateful for your support of my channel, my little baby channel. I have a feeling it won't stay baby for long, and Spirit has let me know that I need to keep going and keep growing, so this is what I'm gonna do. But that's all in working with you as well and the Divine Spirit, and so I'm grateful for whatever comes, just walking in alignment. Apparently there's something that needs to come out today that needs to be shared with someone out there. I feel like you are wanting to hear something that's speaking to your heart that maybe you haven't talked to anyone else about, and hopefully this message will speak to you. The Divine Holy Spirit, creator of all things, has a message for you. Your spiritual guides, the whole of them, as the Jamaicans say. Anyway, this topic today is divine imagination. And there are 3 sets to this message. The first section, or I shouldn't say sets, I meant section. I wonder why I said sets. Anyway, the first section is divine imagination is powerful. The second section now, interesting. The second section that we'll discuss is divine imagination is your birthright. And the last section that we'll discuss is divine imagination is justice. Now you may take a pen. I don't know if there's something that you need to write down that's going to speak to your heart, but feel free to take a moment to grab a pen or use your phone and take some notes. I'll wait for you on that. It's a beautiful day here in lovely Northern California. Hopefully you can see me. The lights are, I don't have the ring light on, so hopefully you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me. But let's go ahead and get started. Hope you have your pen. Divine imagination is powerful. And what do we mean by that? And what we mean is everyone who is born here on earth as a child of God, who's born here, your spirit is eternal, and you come here and you have imagination and you have free will. That is a gift. But what happens when you use your imagination in alignment with the divine, it does become quite powerful. As a matter of fact, this is the way a lot of things are created. Our minds are so powerful that we're just now learning what our minds can and can't do. Scientifically, there's been a lot of noise about quantum mechanics and what that means to us in our ability to choose, in our knowledge ahead of time, and the fact that time is indeed an illusion. So how does our imagination impact us? And how does the divine imagination, which is powerful and comes from the divine, and you are imbued with it, how can you use it to create and manifest? I think the first thing that we have to remember is that we have to walk in alignment with the divine. You cannot take on divine imagination with the goal of separating yourself or not recognizing love. You won't be able to do it. Love has to be embodied within you, and you use your imagination to do that, and to create once the love is embodied within you. So it's not, we're going to do imagination first. No, the power comes from the divine, and that's what you have to recognize. The power comes from love, and you cannot fake it. It is not something that you can just pretend. It's not a magical, hat trick. It is with your heart. It comes from your heart. Allowing love to instill in you a wisdom, a knowing, and then choosing to use your imagination to create with that wisdom and knowing. So, with quantum physics, we now know that particles are embodied with a resonance of their own, and that most of what's out here is space. You might think this is matter, you might think this lid is something I can pick up and it's hard, but there's atoms, and there's a lot of space between those atoms and those electrons that makes up this matter. What we do know now is we are all energy, and we need to reside within the energy of love in order to use that imagination to create beauty. I know that what I'm saying can sound like, oh, la, 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 but I have lived this, and this is my truth. I have come from some really hard situations that we all have. And if it wasn't for my divine imagination and the ability to see the love within me and to manifest what I want out of that love, and to know that this is something I could do, I would not be here today. So I just want you to know this stuff, this spirituality, this love is real. The second section we want to talk about is divine imagination is your birthright. Now, Spirit brought to me my memory of something that happened when I was really young, and something I used to love to do. And I don't know if everyone else is loving that. I could be the only different person out there, but that's okay. But what I loved to do when I was little is I loved to go outside. In front, we had a little weeping willow tree in Spokane, Washington at the time. And I loved to go outside and put on my little dress-up clothes, and most of the time they were little pretty little nightgowns and stuff that my mom had, and I'd say, Mama, can I use your nightgown? And I would get in there and put the little nightgown on with my little shawl and all of that, and I'd walk outside where the birds were singing, and there was the weeping willow had, I don't know if you know what a weeping willow has long leaves, like little strands of leaves that hit the ground. This one hit the ground. It wasn't trimmed. And it would sway with the wind and make this really beautiful noise, right? That's trees do, right? I'm little, so I'm thinking I'm like 5 or 6 or something like that. And I would get out there with the trees going and have my little gown and pretend that I'm in some fabulous place. And I would just talk with the trees and pretend like I had, friends with me and pretend that I'm traveling and doing different things in this beautiful space, you know. And I thought everybody was like that. But Spirit had me to remember that that's one of my fun things I used to do when I was little, you know. And the dress up was the most fabulous, you know, the flowing stuff was just, oh my gosh, I loved it. And I guess that's why I still do. But using my imagination in those moments as a child brought me great joy, you know. And I think as kids, we're able to use that imagination. We're able to use our imaginations because we're already embodied with love. We come here loved. And we haven't learned the ways of the world yet, you know. And we haven't been, you know, instilled with that knowledge as of yet. And so we're still kind of open and positive and enjoying life, enjoying in those moments the grass underneath my ground and how I'd lift up the leaves and pretend like there was fluttering leaves everywhere and, you know, play with the butterflies and find, you know, what else did I do? I play with the ladybugs. I don't do that much anymore. And I don't play with roly-polies either. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, we play with them and then there's little bugs that roll up, you know. Anyway, I wouldn't hurt them, but I would play and I would talk with them. I would talk with everything. And I didn't realize, you know, that I thought this was just, oh, Mom, I want to play imagination. And I would go out there and play. I think I called it, I can't remember what I called it. I don't know if I called it imagination. I called it something else. But anyway, it was a dress-up game, and Mom can attest to it. It's a little different. And I loved it. And I think that's what we need to do today is to remember to use our imagination in positive ways, working with the divine, and remember that this is our birthright. And we come here with this. We come with this ability if we choose to tap in. It's only when we get older and we are given this illusion of negativity and all of that, and we forget to create with our imaginations and have fun. So I hope that message resonated with someone, you know, because a lot is going on right now, but it's nothing wrong with using your imagination to create and enjoy your life and to reflect and to grow. And the last section that I want to talk about is divine imagination is justice. Now, I'm not exactly sure what Spirit wanted to, when I wrote this down, what Spirit wanted me to say. I was like, why are we using the word justice? But I guess what is coming forward now is, and what I understand is, justice is a way of fairness. And because there's energies out there that do use their imagination in negative ways, it's important to remember that there has to be balance in nature, balance in everything, and it is justice for us to be able to tap in to divine imagination whenever we want. And we just have to remember. We just have to remember how to tap into divine imagination using the power of love to create and manifest on levels that we haven't seen before. We are all in this moment where we are remembering, and we're seeing all this other stuff go around us, but we're also remembering who and what we really are. And tapping into love allows you to do that. And it is justice to be able to use your divine imagination, the imagination based on love. It is justice. It is balance. It is. So do not hesitate. Continue to create. Continue to grow in this moment. Yes, this moment. And with all the stuff that's going on. Yes, this moment. And learn to trust yourself, trust your intuition, and to use your divine imagination, your imagination based on and sourced from love, and create abundantly. You can do it. I know you can. Let me tell you, if you knew my story, all of my story, not everyone does, and that's important not to tell everything, everybody. But if you knew all my story, trust me, I'm just like you and have been through some things. And with divine imagination, with that imagination based on love, I was able to see myself moving forward. And that gift was able to allow me to manifest myself moving forward in love. And you can do it too. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm beyond grateful for this moment. And let's get to reading from the African Goddess Rising deck. Let's see what we got to say on that. I got to get my glasses out. Here's an oracle. It is an oracle book, and it's called African Goddess Rising. And we're going to use this book, but we're going to also use the cards first. And I don't do a lot of fancy shuffling. I shuffle the best I can with what I got. And I'll cut the deck and I'll come up with a card shortly here. That was a bad one. I'll get better as time goes, I'm sure. There we go. There we go. Doing good, Mona. Let's cut the deck. Again, thank you for your patience. Let's see what we come up with. Gang Sarah, resistance. Let's see what the number 22. 22 has to do with alignment. This card has the sun on it. She is holding some smoke. I have my smoke going today. I usually don't light incense, but I decided to light some incense today. There's a lot of nature growing. She's outside amongst a tree. Oh my gosh, thank you, Spirit. And then you can see Saturn. Saturn is in the background. Or maybe these are different these might be different planets, because this one has in the corner has like a little tie around it and a circle that looks like Saturn, but only it's tilted. So that's interesting. I wonder if there's such a planet. Anyway, you see all the flowers. Flowers are the laughter of Mother Nature. And it's Gang Sarah. And we see Sarah. And she's just happy and beautiful. And she has her hair in locks. Gray locks, which mine are gray. Just so you know they're gray. Let's read. The number again is 22. Let's read what she has, what the oracle has to say for us. 22. Shadow of resistance. You are scared that you're going to mess it all up. You may have stumbled, but this is a new day. Learn to show up for yourself. You ghost your own dreams and resist your own magic. Stop holding back, worrying and pretending to seek perfection that will never come. Oh, what a beautiful message. When it comes to you stepping up into your greatness, resistance keeps you stuck. Resistance blocks growth, creativity, and evolution. Resistance may look like procrastination, laziness, disorganization, excuses, or lack of motivation. You are resisting the force you really are. Let go. Your decoration is, this is me. I show up. That was beautiful. That was so beautiful. So really, again, stepping into who you are. I feel like resistance is directly against imagination. And so we need to use that imagination for creativity and let go of the resistance and show up for yourself. Don't be afraid. You got this, and you can do it. I know you can. again, thank you for this moment, and thank you for walking with me in this journey and the resistance I come up against, learning how to do all this stuff with the gifts that Divine has given me. This is all new for me, but I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative of the journey. Been prepared for this journey unknowingly, unwittingly. And I'm grateful. So again, thank you for showing up. I will get this all together. But until next time, have a beautiful day, a beautiful Sunday, Sunday, April 6th. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. It's important. And grow in your imagination. Allow it to flow. And don't get stuck. Don't put up with the resistance. Free yourself. You got this. Mwah. Bye.